So yes, this is not a clickbait video. I literally just finished shooting and editing an entire YouTube video, a tech review with just my iPad Pro. And I'm gonna say just with an asterisk mark because I did make use of some softbox lighting. I did use a tripod, and I used a tripod mount to mount my iPad to my tripod. So I used a couple of my, pro tools, but I think there are things you can substitute from like around your house. Tripods are not that expensive. You can use natural lights. So I'm gonna pretty much say I made this entire YouTube video with just an iPad Pro, my Apple Pencil, the camera app, and LumaFusion. So yeah, I'm gonna take you on my creative ride here. I'm gonna kind of bring you through the process at which I make my YouTube videos, from the script writing, to the shooting, to the editing, and yeah, let's just rewind a few hours here and get started. But before we continue, I really appreciate it if you'd smash that like button, leave me a comment, whether it's a question, suggestion, or an opinion. Any interaction is great as the algorithm likes that and will push my content to more people. So the first step in my content creation process is planning. So I go into Google Docs normally and I create a new doc and I go to town. I just start, I can't even like tap it because I'm looking through my phone here. So I kind of outline my main ideas of the video. When I sit down in front of the camera for A-roll, I have some general idea of what I'm going to be saying, and I also get an idea of the shots that I'm going to take. And sometimes I create a shot list, other times I just kind of wing it. We'll see in this video, but yeah, I'm going to get to creating an outline here, and I'm probably going to move into my room here onto a surface where I can just rest my iPad. This is my messy setup, so we're just going to put this here, and I'm going to alter the camera angle. And hello, I know this is kind of an awkward, squished little angle here, but this is an accurate representation if I was to start typing on my iPad Pro. I don't have a keyboard case as of right now. I don't think I plan on getting one because I'm going to be taking notes of this device, as I said in my note-taking video. But yeah, I'm here to test out the touchscreen keyboard, and so far, I have used this style of keyboard in school, so it's not horrible, but let me just kind of get into the typing experience and I'll give you an idea of what I'm experiencing here. So I've gotten a few sentences into my outline here, and so far, so good. Obviously, it's not the same as like a mechanical keyboard, and if you have a keyboard case, it's gonna be a better experience. But with just the touchscreen itself, it's totally fine. This is definitely big enough for two-finger typing. I can kind of sort of do like, the regular typing that you would on like a keyboard on like a laptop, if you know what I mean, like having your fingers on the home row. I can actually type pretty fast and accurately. And yeah, it's a pretty enjoyable experience. It's not ideal, I would say, for me because I'm used to typing on an actual keyboard, but it's not a bad experience at all, especially considering this is an iPad, and you can also use this floating keyboard. So although I can't really accurately type right now because I'm looking through my camera at my screen, but you can like, type and just be like, these headphones are pretty, Peter, Jesus, pretty cool. So like that's another nice way to type with this. You can also use Dictation. You could also use the app that I recommended called Selby Pen Script if you are so inclined. So I can pull the pencil off here with one hand, change the keyboard, and I can just be like the unboxing experience is nice. And although I'm not like actually including that in there, you can definitely have that kind of input. It's pretty convenient and nice and analog with the pencil. But yeah, typing is not at all a bad experience, and I could totally see myself on the go typing up a document with just my iPad Pro. All right, so now that I'm done with this outline here, it was rather short. Typing experience went fine. We're now going to get to some shooting. So I'm going to do the A-roll segment next. All right, so we're heading down into the dungeon where I shoot my videos. This is my A-roll setup. It's in my basement. This is the wall I shoot on. And yeah, usually I have a camera set up about right here, but now I have an iPad. Let me just turn this on real quick, and let's go to the video mode. And yeah, we're gonna be shooting at 4K 30. We're gonna have 4K 30, I can't even talk, and I'm gonna crop in so that it's just myself and this blue wall. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do here. We're gonna shoot A-roll like normal, and I do have my soft boxes, so I am sort of cheating in a way, because like not everybody has this kind of equipment or the tripod, but we are really just shooting the video with the iPad Pro. We're not adding a lens, we're not doing anything to it, you know, like those stupid Samsung commercials where they hook up their S10 or their phones or whatever to like some really elaborate setup. I got lighting, I got my, you know, pretty typical video equipment, but once again, we're really just using the iPad Pro here and the capabilities of its back-facing iSight camera that does shoot 4K. So we'll see how this turns out. I'm really excited to see what this iPad is capable of. So yeah, I'm gonna sit here, do my usual thing. I have my script or whatever I wrote on my mini here, and I'm gonna just be staring at this thing, just like I would be in normal cameras. So we'll see how this goes. So I just got done shooting the A-roll. I'm watching it back. It looks pretty nice, not gonna lie. Obviously not as good as like a dedicated camera quality. I mean, it's a little bit grainy if you zoom in, but I shot this in 4K and I'm gonna crop it out and it's gonna look pretty decent. It only took me, look, and I'm swearing here, it took me like 15 minutes to record a pretty much 3-minute segment. So that's always fun. But yeah, we're going to now get onto the B-roll shooting. So let's go. So yeah, we're doing the first shot here. I got this on my tripod, so you can actually, you know, do some damage with this thing. And I'm gonna do a little like switcheroonie shot where it's like that, and then I'm gonna like snap and then cut it and then switch it out for the product so it looks cool. But that was the most elementary explanation ever. But yeah, we're gonna get to that and you'll probably see that in the final product here. And I'm doing a very simple panning shot here, so I'm gonna click record and then we're gonna just do this here. So yeah, just a simple panning shot in 4K on an iPad. Yeah, the bokeh is not there. This camera is not capable of producing any like crazy, you know, depth of field, but it's pretty clear, you know, and if you light things properly, it should look decent. So let's cross our fingers here. So I'm doing a shot here where I'm sitting on the couch listening to music. It's really simple. I'm keeping things pretty simple, but one thing I really do like about shooting with the iPad, I mean, although it's not a professional camera, hi, by the way, it has autofocus, so I can literally just sit here and stare or just be in the camera's space or frame without having to worry about focusing issues. So it does have decent autofocus, albeit it doesn't have like the best image quality, but still, this is an iPad. This is no better than like a smartphone from like a year ago, so keep that in mind. So final shot here, I'm literally just gonna stand in front of this with these earbuds in. As you can see here, I have these in and I'm just gonna kind of like chill. I'm just kind of just be like, and this is the iPad here. So yeah, A-roll, or excuse me, B-roll shooting, not too bad. It's not unlike shooting with a phone, except bigger. So yeah, that's all I really got to say. It wasn't a bad experience, and the camera quality is okay from what it seems like. And we are now back on the couch for the editing phase. I have all of the A-roll shot pretty much all here. It's pretty simple shots, really. And yeah, I'm about to jump into LumaFusion for the first time, really, and create a video here. Let's see if I can tap on it. Jesus. So opening it up. This is the test I was doing with actual footage, which I will do a tutorial on that at some point too. Why is my cat being a freak? Hey! 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 Psst. Hey! What you eating? Huh? Huh? And then he's just like, what the f is happening? So I'm creating a new project. I'm gonna have it at 30 FPS with a 16:9 aspect ratio. I'm gonna call it Tautronics because that's the name of the company that sent me these headphones. Yeah, we're gonna click plus here. And okay, so we're gonna import some of the footage here, or yeah, photos, videos. And using the pencil is quite nice. Actually, it's a very fine point, so it really does make up for the lack of a mouse here, which I'm used to with Final Cut Pro 10. So let us import that. I think this is the button. Did it put everything? Oh, okay, so like you just, that's like how you get it on your timeline. You press that button. Dope. So yeah, I have to edit this A-roll. So perfect. That was actually perfect. I didn't even mean to do that, but I got to edit the A-roll here. The whole 14 minutes that I shot when I only need 3 minutes. But you know, I'm just really good at speaking. So yeah, we'll get to that. I'll tell you about how my A-roll editing experience goes. So in the intro, I mentioned that this is like shot and edited with an iPad Pro. And all you gotta do is just drag this clip down here like so on top of it. And boom, baby. That's all it takes. I don't know if this is downloaded yet. I think this is on iCloud, but still, I love how easy that is. Just a little drag and drop pretty much. I'm learning how to like work with the audio here. You can like, you know, mute a clip. So all I gotta do is just drag it to negative 90 decibels apparently. Maybe even less, but yeah, that seems about muted to me, so yeah, editing A-roll is basically picking out the best bits of what you said. You know, a lot of what I say is just pure garbage, and I have to, like, delete it, obviously, so it's just, you know, selective editing. But yeah, I figured out you just find the point that you want, you tap the scissor button, you discard the trash, the garbage, and then you have an endpoint, and then boom. So, I mean, I'm getting the hang of it, and to be honest, it's actually pretty efficient editing this way. And if I was on the go and I had actual footage, you know, like real footage from a real camera, I could see this working out just fine. I mean, the pencil is once again a fine enough tool to do the job, and it's just a very smooth experience so far. All right, so I just finished editing all the A-roll. It's all clipped up and all pretty, you know. I cut out all the garbage, like I said, and yeah. It was not a bad experience. The Apple Pencil made it a lot better with the fine pointing and the splicing and everything. And now we're gonna add some of the B-roll here. I also really enjoy the ability to just color the footage here. So you can like, let me see here. Besides just positioning stuff, you can, original, let me see. So you can like adjust the highlights here. You can adjust the contrast and the saturation, just fine control that you could never find in any other app, like, you know, iMovie and more basic apps. So this is what makes this app $29 versus free or a couple bucks. So yeah, very professional, you know, tools and adjustments here. So I just discovered effects, so I just added like a photo in here. So I'm talking about the headphones, and I have showed the Amazon page, but I want it to have some movement. It's not just, you know, like static. So I tapped this. Hello. I tapped this clip. And then I tap this, and then I want to do a zoom out. So I think that's effects, zoom out. So it starts out here and then ends up here. And it's a little like cheesy, you know, it's like we're too fast, but I don't really know how to change that. Of the price coming in at $45-ish. That's fine. Pretty kick ass. Right, so far so good. This is what I got going on here. Here's my timeline. It's a pretty simple edit, but it is looking like a tech video, you know? Like, I have never edited on a tablet or thought I would ever edit on an iPad, but yeah, so far, so freaking good. I'm very surprised here, I gotta say. So I have this static shot here where it's just me, you know, looking at the headphones, and I wanted a little more movement, so I went into the effects tab or whatever, went to here, and then I tried out the tilt down, and lo and behold, it looks really good. So let's play that back. Bravo to Tautronics. And damn, it just adds a little bit of movement, and this is on an iPad. Like, you know, this is something like that usually runs iMovie. It's pretty mind-blowing. Wow. That's really cool. I also want to mention this too. Like, I'm just chilling here holding my iPad like this, lean back, you know, foot kicked out, just editing. And it's such a weird experience, you know, because I'm usually like sitting at a desk, you know, like all sat up and everything. So yeah, it's like a very casual experience editing, and I kind of like that. It's a change of pace, and I could maybe see myself editing some, you know, more minimal videos, maybe, you know, on the go or just in general. So we'll see. Yeah, so LumaFusion is pretty dope and definitely worth the money I paid for it. I'm still going to show you clips of my editing process here, but yeah, just, you know, kind of keeping an update here as I'm editing. I'm really liking the experience. So I'm going to add a title here, just as a little comic relief, because I'm like, you know, like bopping my head to the music here, and it's just cringing me out. And I just have to make, you know, myself aware, make people aware that I know it's cringy. So I'm going to do a little overlay title. I'm going to put it over. We're going to make it the length of this clip. Let me see, double tap. And then I'm going to just cringe-itis. I'm gonna shorten it so it's just like people know, so it's in the whole clip. And I was just like blown away with how great these sound for the price point. I mean, the mids and highs are just really... That's good enough. So yeah, that's title. Adding a title with LumaFusion with the iPad Pro, so yeah. Okay, this is really cool. I'm downloading a version of the music that I usually use. So that's downloading like it would on a Mac, so dope. So yeah, I have basically completed the editing process. We have the entire video edited. I just put the music in that I usually put in. It's copyrighted free. Like I said, I downloaded it with Safari, which is really cool, just like you would on a Mac. It was a little bit harder to figure out because like Photos organizes it by date and all that, but I ended up figuring it out, and here it is. It's complete. I have to go to a grad party now because I'm a horrible friend. I'm already late, and yeah, I will be uploading this tomorrow. Today is Saturday. Yeah, so then I'm going to be uploading that Sunday along with the behind the scenes video on the same day, I think. So yeah, I have yet to render this and upload this, so I will record that process when I get back here. Okay, so I just got back from a grad party. We're going to render this out here, and let me just kind of elaborate on my final thoughts here. First of all, love the channel thing here with LumaFusion. I could just easily up the volume in this row of footage, so I put it to the max because it wasn't loud enough. Yeah, it was a really easy editing process. I mean, this is a simple edit, but I had no issue here. The Apple Pencil, once again, worked really, really nicely. I will be doing a LumaFusion video at some point with proper, like footage from like an actual camera, right? Like my Panasonic G7, or if I get something better, I will use the USB Type-C port, wherever that is on this device. Oh, it's over here. And I will plug in an adapter and, actually edit proper footage. But just off the iPad, the footage does not look bad at all, especially the one in the softbox light here. The A-roll that I shot looks like 75% as good, I think, in comparison to the stuff that I shoot with my G7. Probably maybe like 60% as good, but it's still crisp. It looks pretty decent. The sound quality, it's stereo recording. It sounds okay. Way better than I thought. No background noise, or not a lot of background noise, I would say. Getting the music on here wasn't too hard. Transitions were easy to put in here. Like I said, the effects where it's like it zooms in and like panning and stuff, that's really great. And yeah, overall, I had a great experience editing a video on here. I totally could do it. I think if I was in a pinch or I really needed to just, go portable or edit portable, I actually might prefer to edit on here versus my MacBook Pro, which I have here, which does have a version of Final Cut on there. But yeah, overall, great editing experience. LumaFusion has been really fun, and I cannot wait to use it in more of my YouTube videos, or just for more projects, I guess. And I don't really have anything else to say. Let's just get this video rendered and uploaded here. Share and export, and we're gonna, I guess we'll save it to the camera roll. We'll do it to photos, and we'll do it at 4K, 30 FPS, H.264. All right, so we're gonna render. And it's going through it, and that's going fast. I'm gonna actually time this. All right, so I rendered this out to my camera roll, and it took around 3 minutes and 45 seconds. It's to render a 3.5 minute clip in H.264 with some effects. So you're wondering about the stylistic elements, yeah, it turned out pretty decently. So now I'm gonna just kind of do I always like scrub through it just to make sure that nothing was edited wrong and that the transitions, went decently. And now we're just gonna upload this to YouTube. So let's go into the desktop YouTube app here, scheduled, because that's what I usually do. We're going to do from photo library. We're gonna choose the 3 minute and 40 second one. Done. Your file may not be valid. Okay, never mind, I actually got it to work. I don't know how, I just tried it again and it's working. So we gotta change the title here. I'm just gonna call it nothing for now because I don't know what to call. I gotta think about that, but I have it scheduled. I'm going to schedule it for tomorrow. Yeah, June 28th or July 28th. I'm gonna schedule it for 9:30 a.m. I think. Maybe 10. I mean, yeah, I might do it 9. Yeah, no, actually, I'm going to do it 9:30 because I'm going to post a video at 11:30, I think. Look how long I'm taking for you guys. 9:30. Yep. And then I'm going to input all of my stuff, and then I'm going to actually airdrop a thumbnail that I make on here because I haven't figured that out. I don't have Photoshop in here, and I just want to make a nice quality thumbnail because that has a lot to do with YouTube SEO and just how well your video will do. So that's a subject of a different video, making or doing photo editing work, with like Lightroom and like Photoshop and everything. So that's a different video. But yeah, for now, I'm going to continue uploading this video through Safari, schedule it, give it a thumbnail, and yeah, that's that's about it for now. And one more thing I will add here, I was at 100% when I started this, or like the 90s, I think. Now at 15%, we shot a whole video, edited a whole video without plugging in. So that's pretty dope. And we're uploading this as well. So great battery life with the iPad Pro, especially while doing intensive stuff. So here are my final thoughts after doing this. Would I do it again? Possibly, probably not. I guess like the shooting with the iPad part was, like not totally ideal because I actually have a camera. I actually have like a phone that has a decent camera. But if I was restricted to just the iPad, would it be a problem? No, I don't think so. It actually went really fine. I mean, it's just like a blown up phone, really. It takes decent video. The 4K quality is not half bad at all. The exposure was fine. The sharpness is fine. Autofocus was actually really great, and that's something I miss using, like a manual focus camera pretty much. So that was actually a luxury for me. The editing process, wonderful. I would absolutely use LumaFusion again for a proper YouTube video on the go with, like proper, like dedicated camera footage from my G7. So LumaFusion was excellent. I totally do not regret buying it. It is worth every penny that I paid for the, the $30 fee you pay. It is a very powerful tool and makes use of the iPad Pro's internals, the A12X, which is just as powerful as like a Core i7 or like a Core i5 in some cases. It's more powerful than some of the previous gen MacBooks. So you can definitely edit 4K. I did. It went really, really well. The Apple Pencil made the editing experience even better. So yeah, totally a powerful tool. It's very comparable to Premiere and Final Cut. And yeah, it makes your iPad Pro a pro tool. I thought it was a pro tool, like a tool that you could use, for some professional work, but after this experience, 100%, you can make a YouTube video with an iPad Pro and in some cases with just an iPad Pro. So yeah, I'm very happy I did this. It gave me a whole new perspective with this device. I'm definitely gonna be doing some more, YouTube or, like LumaFusion oriented videos with like proper footage and using adapters in the Files app. So leave me a comment if you have any like suggestions or anything. And yeah, this was definitely a learning experience. I'm so happy I did it. And I hope this experience, helped you in purchasing this iPad for professional work. And you can absolutely make, once again, an iPad video with just an iPad Pro. It is 100% possible and not that, hard to do, I think. And that about wraps things up. I hope this video helped you out. And for those of you in my audience who are like, Noah, you gotta post on Apple stuff, man. Where's the OnePlus? Where's the Android coverage? Where's the PC gaming? Whatever. I hear you. I got that stuff planned. But I just gotta tell you, I have to take advantage of iPad right now. First of all, I like shooting it. It's a change of pace. After this, like recording content on like smartphones and PCs and whatever, it's nice to have a new device to cover for right now. It also does really well, and people really like it, and I'm so happy that a lot of you really love this content. It means a lot to me. All the comments that I get, the thank yous, and the questions, I love it. But I promise you, I'm not becoming everything Apple Pro. I plan on keeping my content diverse and expect, Android coverage, possibly a K20 review, OnePlus 7 Pro coverage, PC gaming, all this stuff is still gonna exist on this channel, whether it does well or not. I'm sticking to my roots. I plan on covering all the aspects of tech, but for right now, iPad is really hot and I wanna cover it while I still can. So just please understand that. I appreciate all the support. And yeah, I'd really appreciate it if you leave a like on this video, comment if you have any questions or suggestions, and subscribe for more content like this. And as always, I'm Noah, and I will catch you all in the next one.